tactics. More grenades being loaded up and thrown out. That one goes a little bit too far. Spyro maybe getting in the vehicle. Out in the open is Batul, and Spyro down. Just Lou alive, and that grenade may end up spelling disaster, and it does.
New set of targets for T5 as they have now realized this is ours.
Those frags. He's got 3 in the bag. Has a real opportunity to do some damage, but Donawa is afforded the opportunity to try to rotate, but it's caught. Loki down to 4 HP. Pujo's so good.
That is very well done. Buying the space to work with, but now what can you get? That high ground still.
Donawa realized their position was dangerous. They're going to try to rotate ahead. I think they only lose 1 player to it. That is nasty stuff there. And here's that spray down from Adder. Nasty, nasty stuff. Him and Wicked combining. A caught on the other end. Beautiful. In the circle between the road and the edge of the field, or they got to try to pressure one of these teams that are on their flank. Now, T5's reign of destruction just continues. RBN stuck inside of a shack and flushed out.
Gizera still alive, but getting harassed by, I was going to say flash range. He's going to go ahead and go down. Now, Asla trying to regroup very close to Belmoth. Keep in mind, Daytrade has been just hunkered down in this position for oh so long. T5 wanted to try to path in the same direction. They're going to get shoot away. Well, I say that. Flash trying to line in, get some shots into Thanadol. Looks like he's going to be kind of leaning back into a position, and that's about the best that you're going to be able to find in this circle.
Well, this has opened up space for Ty Lue to go into that corner I was just talking about, so they're going to be able to post up there. Meanwhile, LG just keeping their flanks as clear as possible. Hearing this vehicle from a Tungmu kept them a little bit distracted on the backside, but no problems at all for either of these teams right now. They're going to be in close proximity, but not danger close just yet. Snakers watching T5. T5 is just going to try to fan out over this center field. This is so dangerous.
There's nowhere to go. But Tai Lu, Zhao Yang gets the knock on to Snakers. That should be resible right now, but that does mean the control that Luminosity has had on the circle is going to relent for just 1 moment. Throwables could be a factor for LG to try to use a moment ago. I think I saw at least 1 or 2 nades that they have stuffed down inside their packs. Belmoth also eyeing a bit more. Looks like he wants to leave out his compound that he's been kind of defending up. Knows where COD is, wants to see if maybe he can get an exploiting angle into it, but T5 kind of shooing him out of it.
Yeah, Daytrade's been able to hang out in these little farm shacks, and they haven't had to move out just yet, but likely in the next circle, they will have to. We'll see on phase 7 what exactly the shift is going to bring us, but a decent amount of kills again for Daytrade. I mean, they're playing solid, steady PUBG. Them and T5 today have been just on track to make sure that they're going into those grand finals. Good grenade from Snakers.
This is a big fight between these two squads. They're neck and neck on the leaderboard right now and fighting to get into that top 8. Luminosity is opening it up, but Asla, they're finding their successes as well. It's going to now be Akkad trying to see if he can keep control over this area. They want to take down T5 as now this section is going to be opening up more. LG is spotted out, and they're trying to get some harassment and at range, at least maybe pick up a couple of these kills, but that stalled out what they were wanting to try to do to Tyloo.
Some of those grenades hitting the top of this tent and not getting into their territory. Instead, Akkad just going to take matters into his own hand, driving right by them, has a crashed vehicle even here to work as some extra cover for himself, pushes it a little bit in towards them, but now he's out in the open, and he's going to win that fight.
Problem with it is, where do you go next? You're going to have to shift in. There is a ridge line opposing side of that road, but Tai Lu might have some vision into it. QM Aduzi still alive, clinging to life inside the circle, the only player that's presently inside the circle.
Hey, every point so valuable for QM there. Down in 14th place currently. If he can find some more placements, maybe a kill or two, a very good salvage game here for Aduzi. But the blue zones are already out. Daytrade has spotted him, and they want to try to clear him out. In fact, they're starting to hit. There's not much he can do. Yep.
LG had the opposing angle onto it, so it's just going to clear him out. And there is your one piece of cover that you can play if you are Daytrade, and boy, they want it quick. They're going to go ahead and hop down in the vehicles. I wouldn't be surprised if they could stop down over there. And really, anything Aduzi had on him is probably going to be beneficial.
Yeah, literally anything they can find will be very useful for Daytrade. You can see they're going right to the looting. Going to get that AUG for Belmoth. Plenty of ammo now as well. LG flexes out into this car fort, into these hay bales. Again, these are really dangerous to go to until you're the last team on the edge of the circle. Then you can start setting up these folded shields. You can control that space. The problem is Tai Lu's still behind them. Doesn't matter. Snakers finds the knock onto Shen. Not only 2 up for Tai Lu, as Shen is bleeding out extremely fast.
Daytrade is also pretty focused in onto this position. Snaker's going to go ahead and hop inside of a vehicle, try to regroup. Blue zone's going to be right next to him. Do Daytrade have the angle in? Tai Lu wants a piece of it as well. We're going to be looking at essentially 2 different fights. That road is going to be a big line cutting through it. it, and it kind of raises up. You can see Asla moving in with a distracted Tyloo. They're going to be fighting over in this northern area, while it is going to be LG and Daytrade with a lot more space to work with. Asla 5 kills right now, and they want more. Tyloo wants to try to creep up just into that top 8 range, but it's going to be a Tong move that gets spotted out. Wicked going to go in, spot him, and spot the follow-up as well. North now belongs to Asla.
Wicked is having a crazy good game. Over 500 damage already for the Asla IGL. Absolutely stellar. Some good grenades against T5 earlier. Basically sent them out of this lobby. Flash with a car to hold down against this firing line that Luminosity has set up against him. But so far, they haven't really found much damage. Akkad, though, knows he's right there, sees the smoke, sees the shots. That grenade is almost good enough. The vehicle did damage to him, too.
That was just almost his doom. Asla stepping up onto the road. That is a ballsy play, and that is just with the control that they have over into the north of it, trying to harass, see if maybe he can get a knock into LG. LG inside the circle. Daytrade is not, though. So Asla, they get the capabilities to peek over here. They've got this control. They've got this ridge. They can exploit it to their heart's content.
And I like how proactive Asla's been in this game. It started with that fight against 17 and gave them the confidence they needed to start snowballing team after team. They are up to quite a few kills in this, 7 already, and that has opened them up enough space to try to control this circle as much as possible. But this is phase 8. Center of the circle favors LG more than anyone currently. It's just how is Asla going to navigate this? They might be able to outweight Daytrade, let LG and Daytrade duke it out, and then try to find a timing to finish it off.
Well, Wicked, you were talking about a man. He's been on a rip right now. He's got his eyes into that LG line. It's going to be Akkad to the north, kind of holding down Daytrade, and Hikari that's going to be in the middle. He's their kind of their information guy, trying to feed over anything. Daytrade, though, I don't even know how they managed to make it into the circle. I think that there's like a bit of something directly in front of Flash that he might be able to creep forward to. Yeah, it's going to be a tractor. And Lord knows those tractors aren't good. You've got the wheel for some type of cover, but they're so open underneath of them, you can just get shot down so easily.
Yeah, they're worse than the sprinklers on Miramar, man.
True, man, true.
They're not the best. The thing I'm concerned about here for Asla, though, is the lack of utility. I don't see any smokes. Maybe Akkad has a few, but I'm not sure. I think Flash knows that this one is
smart.
Yeah. Daytrade doesn't need to give any points over. They know that the teams below them are both underneath and could catch them, so there's no point in sending those points over.
Instead, now it's just going to be as aligned into LG. It's going to be about that fight for dominance. Mime's going to be moving right up into the thick of it. Kari is going to go down. Snaker's going to spot him out. Snaker's on a tear of his own right now. Wicked's going to go down. Rello's going to be the one that gets knocked onto him, but it is an exchange with Mime going down as well. 2 members up for LG as there is just one more up in Akkad just to the north of it. LG looks like they're fighting and getting control over this right now. They've got the center dot. They've got the ridge line to play. Akkad, can you get this res safe enough? And it looks like Snakers is realizing that might be what's going on, trying to move into some type of throwable range.
Yeah, res for res, but Snakers has a good position to punish. Rello is going to get the cleanup onto Wicked. So yes, Hikari's back on his feet. Akkad starting to throw some stuns, expecting this push from Snakers. Really good read on this situation, and he's got the knock.
Good read, but it's going to be countered on the opposing side. Mime, who just got rezzed up. Hikari looking down into the smoke wall that is just absolutely massive for him to work with. Trying to step down into it. It is going to be Rello leading the way. Spot up, gets a bit of a spray, but it's going to go down. Now it's just going to be Hikari on one side. Mime playing the smoke on the other one, creeping forward, and now it's going to be Asla that has control over the circle, but LG takes the game.
Great grenade there at the end from Mime, and LG